Hello everyone and welcome to today's episode. I thought we'd do a little live drive today, but this one will be just for fun. I just caught an article in the Express today talking about, well, almost in a self-contradictory manner, the difficulties Chris Evans may allegedly be having with the art of driving and talking to the camera. Now, this is also contradicted in the story where other people on set say he's actually taken to it quite well. So I actually thought I'd do a quick little episode today talking a little bit about some of the difficulty of driving and talking to the camera at the same time. If you've ever tried to do this with just a passenger, that's one thing, but high-speed driving, that's another beast altogether. So we're going to take a little trip out to Monaco, and, well, we're going to see how difficult it really is. So buckle up, let's dive right in, shall we? So hello everyone and welcome to Monaco. Let's get off the line quick time today in our AMG A45. This four-wheel drive monster will hopefully get us around Monaco safely today. So, ready? Alright. Now we got the difficulty cranked to the max here, so these guys are definitely not going to give me anything close to a break. So we're going to have to be pretty defensive of our lines today. Now, some of the difficulties that I guess I initially encountered when I tried to do this starting off was, I guess, trying to figure out where my focus should lie. Now, when I watched a lot of Top Gear before, those guys just make it look so easy, to be honest with you. And when I first tried to do this, it was next to impossible. When I watched the footage later, I mean, just watching yourself play games can be kind of weird, to be honest. So what I try to do is just imagine that the audience behind the lens is really just a terrified passenger. That way, I can try to keep the conversation casual and well, deliver the message without missing anything. Because there's nothing worse than getting 3 laps clean and then realizing, or not so clean. And then realizing, oh damn, I forgot to talk about a bunch of things I was supposed to talk about. I gotta go do that all again. So, now, I guess, I am gonna miss Top Gear. Now, I know Chris Evans is gonna have his difficulties getting this beast off the ground again, but honestly, I don't think it was a good move. It's definitely a big role to fill, and I don't think it's ever going to be done, to be honest. And with these guys not really giving up the fight, the real Top Gear is kind of going to continue after all on Amazon. And those guys have a lot more money to do whatever they want now compared to what they had to do with the BBC. So I'm definitely curious to see where that all turns out. Now they also paid a visit out here to Monaco, and they actually got to, meet a few of their childhood stars along the way. And I don't know, there's just something so compelling about doing a vlog in a video format that involves driving that just makes it that much more compelling. But it definitely demands a lot more concentration. Not only do I have to think about all the different turns that are coming up ahead, I got to figure out the end of a sentence sometimes before I completely trail off. And I'll tell you, it really sucks when you get into some of these more complicated turns, when you're right in the middle of something complicated and you lose your train of thought because you start losing grip and but you know what, it's definitely a lot of fun. So I definitely appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in today and join me in the passenger seat as we fly around this historic city. Now, the history of Monaco is something I also wanted to touch on, hopefully, before I get to the end of this lap. But it's a very unique place, and there's, some European law that has to do with, sovereign houses being recognized by the states or something around them. So, I don't know, these guys have actually held on, this one family, well, after a bit of political maneuvering and such, have held on to it since, the last 700 or 800 years. So it's been in the same hands for quite a while, and it's definitely a different way of doing things. So they have all their own rules and all that, because it's sort of a sovereign territory. And I imagine that's why it has a big appeal for the F1 community. The people pull in with their nice yachts to go watch the fast cars go zipping around the track. Yeah, sounds like a good time to me. So, I definitely appreciate you guys taking the time to join me on this little quest around Monaco, and I hope you join me on some of my future episodes where we discuss some more in-depth psychological topics, and I hope this gives you some insight as to why I choose to do it this way. Thanks again, we'll see you next time.